Hi everybody, welcome back to Movie Related. We have some new superheroes in town on Netflix. Jupiter's Legacy. I don't know about you guys, I had no idea who these characters are. And so, much like Guardians of the Galaxy, I have no idea who they are. And I love Guardians of the Galaxy. So maybe we will love this series too. Hey, we did it! We got the opening in 7 times the charm! Okay, Paul, tell us a little bit about the series.
The whole series.
Look at that! Stumped them already! Have you watched the series?
Let's start by saying, did you guys see the trailer before watching the series?
No.
It was the most generic superhero.
B-movie trailer.
It was.
It didn't look like a good... it's not a Marvel trailer.
Completely generic. Like, okay, if you were to pick all the attributes of superhero and cram them all into one show, that's the trailer.
Okay, so if you were to characterize this show, it's a lot of flashbacks and flash forwards. So it's going from the time of the Great Depression, just before the Great Depression, to modern day. It follows this thing where the outgoing brother, he kind of goes insane. And he sees flashes of his father, I don't know, just making him crazy and giving him hints that he has to do something.
Flashes of his dead father. Like the ghost of his father.
Zombie dead father.
Yeah.
And they have to go on a trek to this mysterious island. And that's where they get their superpowers. Right. So in present day, there's a whole other drama going on where you have the Utopian, which is the outgoing brother. He's the leader of a gang of superheroes. And his family, and generations after, also develop superhero powers.
Yeah.
And I guess the other people that were with him on the island, they've also had descendants, and people across the world seem to have these powers as well.
Right.
Randomly, I'm not sure how it works. But there's family drama going on because the Utopian wants to have this ideal of you don't kill anybody.
Like a prime directive.
Yeah, you don't kill anybody, we're superheroes, we're for the good of everything, we're good guys. But the world is changing, it's becoming more brutal, and the other superheroes in his league are saying, you know what, sometimes maybe we have to kill them because the world has changed that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not just his family anymore. There's other superheroes out there. And they're the ones who are a lot more skeptical at the beginning. And there's one supervillain in this movie.
Who was the Utopian's best friend when he was younger.
Yeah.
And we don't know why he broke away at the beginning, but he is now like the arch-villain of the series.
Yeah. So what did you think of the series?
I thought it was a good watch. Like a good mindless, just put it on and watch it. I don't know if it's something that I would binge watch multiple seasons of.
Well, compared to The Boys. Because you really like The Boys.
I really liked The Boys. Please don't edit that in any way. But
I'm staying out of it.
yeah, John's lips are sealed. In comparison with the series, The Boys, I would say this is like a B version of that.
Why?
I would still prefer to watch.
But why, though? What's the difference?
Oh, the Boys is way more brutal. Way more brutal and funny. And I think that the character development in The Boys was done way better. Like, there is some character development where you're going back into the past and you're seeing who these people are, but they do it all kind of straight. It's not comedic. The Boys, they've got an assembly of characters that all work together and complement each other, and they're pretty fantastic.
So this is a huge flashback story series. Every episode is flashback back to present day, flashback back to present day. It's with Oliphant is the main character. That's his name.
Take your word for it.
Timothy Oliphant.
Okay.
Josh Duhamel?
I keep thinking it's Timmy Oliphant. But it's Josh Duhamel, which is even worse, really. the main female lead, I know her as the reporter from Iron Man and from Talladega Nights, the wife in Talladega Nights. That's all I know her from. I don't know if casting was the best choice for these characters because
Well, no, I'm pretty sure they should have cast characters.
but these actors. I don't think these are the.
I don't know. I thought all the actors did a fine job.
I was.
Like, you might not like what's happening with the characters, but the actors are doing fine.
Yeah,
This is
it just
it's
there's
also a
something
story.
missing in this movie.
Yeah, it's also a story we should mention about sort of the children preparing to take over the whole thing. as the
Family
parents.
drama.
Right.
There just seemed to be something a little lacking in this series. Like, they have this whole quest going, and I should have been intrigued on how they're going to run into these different people when they do, because they have to be at the final scene and everything. And then they just show up at the island, and the island won't let them leave, and they have to pass the... I should have been more intrigued, but for some reason there was just something lacking that I just... Okay, get to it already. Maybe because it's all flashbacks. Maybe it's because I already know they're superheroes, and I already know their powers, and I already know their abilities. So, like 7 episodes of them telling me that they're going to get their powers. I already knew it.
I think this whole series probably would have been better served if they took like maybe half of the first episode and showed the backstory as much, like instead of the flashbacks.
See, that's the problem. I read a review, and somebody had a good point. In the movie The Watchmen, it's a movie about superheroes, but their origin story happened in the first like 5-10 minutes, and it's just not enough to make you care about who they are. Like, I'm enjoying the whole story back in the Depression days. Like, I like those characters, and I'm intrigued by it. It did seem to draw out the insanity and getting to the island.
Yeah.
I thought that took a little bit too long, but I do like the flash back and flash forward. But it was a little bit contrived or not very deep on how they do get to the island and get their powers.
I almost prefer we would have seen them as superheroes battling at the beginning, and then like have this scene where, okay, it all started here.
Yeah, we're like 3 episodes in before we see our first battle.
So I would like to see the battle, and then we start here, and it goes to the brother, and then we do the whole depression thing, and then we go to the next where he's going a little crazy, but he's seeing things and everything. Then the next episode, I would have liked to seen that progression to the island, all as a story progressing to get to the superpowers, instead of already seeing everything. Because we know who's going to have what powers and everything from the opening. Where if we would have just saw them fighting, we wouldn't have really picked up on who they are, and then all of a sudden we see the story. At the end, the culmination is we finish with the big battle scene. And then they can have that end credit lead into the second series. I think I would have enjoyed... Because I enjoyed all the old story as one. I got annoyed with the flashbacks back because I don't care about the daughter right now. I don't care about her, that she wants to be a rebel. I don't care about the guy who wants to be a thief, and now they're hooking up. I didn't care. I wanted to find out who are these people.
I don't think we would be having these issues if it was longer than the 8 or 10 episodes that it was. The problem with seasons now is that they're so short.
Yeah.
If they had like an actual season, like say 20 episodes, we wouldn't be concerned about this because it would have already progressed to a point where we're interested in different things now and then different things again. But it's so short that we only have an 8-episode window to look at.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired of 8-episode seasons.
Yeah.
Or shorter.
It's
Falcon and Winter Soldier was 6 episodes.
Yeah.
now something people might be getting superhero fatigue because everything is the same, right? You get the Marvel thing. But this is kind of like The Boys, which is a little bit brutal, not too bad. Has the really dark drugs and a little bit of nudity. I can't remember if there was nudity.
In The Boys, I don't think so.
No, in this
Or
one.
in this one.
Anyway,
Okay.
it's
There's
darker.
sexuality,
It's
but...
darker than just Marvel.
Yeah.
But they're still going towards that legacy superhero ideal where they're walking around in their pristine superhero uniforms, right?
Right.
It's not like macho uniforms. It's like the old days uniforms for superheroes.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see, does that change? Does it go from those cheesy uniforms to something
A little
modern,
more modern, yeah.
as the kids take over? Like, so there's that.
Okay, well, we watched the entire series. Pretty mixed reviews here so far. What would you give this series? Is it a must watch? Is it if it's on, or give it a chance?
I don't.
What?
I don't think it's a must watch. Must watch for me is an 8, but I'll give this a 7.
6.5.
Yeah, about a 6.5. I like I said, I would have liked the build-up story all at once for the series, and then the next series go into them being superheroes and the family stuff and all that. But
Like this one ended, and I'm not like, oh, can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
yeah,
I'm not, I could take it or leave it.
But when it does come on, I'm going to watch it again. So there's that. Like a lot of series, I'll watch and I'll say, eh. And then next season comes and, well, I've done that. I don't want to go back.
yeah.
But this is not. I'll watch Jupiter's Legacy Season 2.
If there is a season 2, because it's getting real mixed reviews out there. And apparently we're mixed as well. Let us know what you guys think. Have you checked out Jupiter's Legacy? I keep wanting to call it Jupiter's Ascending. It's not as bad as that. Nothing is as bad as that.
So there's that.
So that's a good sign. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this a series that you liked and watched and could look forward to more and more seasons to come? Or are you like some of us and kind of indifferent to it? Let us know in the comments, and then we'll see you next time.
I just found out, Jupiter's Legacy, that the top-rated movie across the world for a few weeks or a time
On Netflix.
on Netflix has been canceled.
Yep.
Yeah, they did cancel it. Yeah,
One season.
I saw that.
A top-rated show.
yeah. I don't know why.
I do.
Why?
The series cost $200 million to make.
And they only made 600 million.
Stranger Things costs $72 million to make. Their other hit series are less than half the cost of Jupiter's Legacy, and Jupiter's Legacy had very mixed reactions from the reviewers, and it might have been the #1 show at that week, but that was only the opening week. We don't know what it's done since.
I think it's at 10 this week.
They have so much crap on Netflix that they just keep on going and going and going. And after one season of a show that actually had world appeal, okay, why don't they just try to cut the budget and continue with the series?
I don't know. I think just because it became #1 doesn't mean it had legs, if you know what I mean. I don't know if there was enough interest in a season 2, in that cliffhanger.
I don't know. I think there was. I thought the first season was great.
The reactions from the reviewers and everything were very, very mixed. They weren't overwhelmingly positive.
I think if we looked on the rating site right now, it'd probably be close between a 7 and an 8. And if they cut the budget, like, why not? Like, I think they're doing a Stranger Things 4, season 4.
Yeah, they would be.
Well, okay. You think that's strange? One of the #1 shows here in Canada is Kim's Convenience. They canceled Kim's Convenience. Netflix didn't cancel it. CBC didn't cancel it. The owners of the rights of the show canceled it. But don't worry, everybody. The story about a Vietnamese family coming to Canada, opening up a business and everything, and their struggles and the fun stuff that they were doing, don't worry. They have a spin-off. The only white character in the show has her own spin-off.
What,
No.
the car boss?
Car Boss.
No,
Absolutely.
Who's making these decisions?
that's terrible.
Isn't that ridiculous? I love Kim Convenience.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I was the one who told you the first season. I said, you gotta watch that. This is absolutely, it's my new favorite show. I could not believe I was watching a show on Canada television that I liked.
Yeah,
It was as good
funny.
as Corner Gas.
Yeah.
Yes, or
And,
better.
and Schitt's Creek and shows that are big hits right now on Netflix.
Yeah, you listened to our review for Jupiter's Legacy. I still think season 1 is okay to watch, but now that you know that it's canceled, maybe...
Don't. Maybe don't.
Who cares? That's one. While we're on the topic, I'll watch something on Netflix, season 1. Like, oh, I love that. There's this dumb animated volleyball game show that I got really into. It was hilarious fun watching. Haven't seen a season 2 for any of these shows, and I'm hooked on them, and there's not even an announcement of them. Netflix is really bad for that. They bring out all these different series, and you never see season 2.
No, they're just looking for lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
If something hits like really hard, that's what they'll keep.
And it's very frustrating when you really liked a series and they leave it on a cliffhanger and you want to watch it and it's not there. And that's bugging me, Netflix. It's really bugging me. Let us know what you guys... Tell us a series that's been canceled on you recently that you were hoping to see season 2.